perfection. Nasvargam nupuram bhavam. Not even the svarga or the merging the Brahma can give us anything which is available as half of moment of association with the sadhu. So we should try to engage us as much as possible in this association. And we should try to listen the Rikatam very closely. And what our Gurudevs and Vaishnavas and Sadhus Acharya always says, Harer Nam Eke Valam, Karol Nastya Vanastya Vastya Bhakkatiranyata. Always chant Harinam, always chant Harinam, always chant Harinam. This is the only way, the only way, the only way. So they always instruct us to chant the Harinam, to associate and to listen closely the Harikatha. Because by listening from them, their moods will come into our heart and transformation will appear in our life. So we can change. And instead of becoming fear, instead of having fear for the material world, we will change. We will become fearless. Like our preacher, like Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he came here. And there were anyone especially, you must be very afraid. But he said, "Oh Krishna, I am in your hand. I am like a puppet. You decide, you make." So he was fearless because he's a pure devotee, of course. But through his life, he demonstrated to us that by association, by listening, all the fear will go away. And all the fear also cannot appear when we are chanting, because it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, Apanna sanshritingoram, yan namavi vasogrinam, tata sadyo vimucheta, yad bibetis vayam vayam. So all the fear personified is afraid of the holy name of Krishna. The name of Krishna is so powerful that even fear personified cannot do anything about the name of Krishna. And also, not only to chant, we have to listen. What we have to listen? Satam prasangam mamavirya samvido, bhavanti ri karna rasayana kata. Tas josana as apavar masatmavi, sradharatir bhakti anukramisyati. So Bhagavan Kapila Deva said in third canto that my satam prasangam mamavirya samvido, my heroic deeds are like rasayana kata, are like nectar that go through the ears, karna, in the root, in the heart. And then after that you go Shraddha Bhakti Anukramisyati. Shraddharatir Bhakti Anukramisyati. You go to Shraddha, Rati, and then Prem. Because our Rupa Goswami stated, Atas Rusanga ta bhajana kriya, tata nivritti syat, tata nistaruchis tata. Asaktis, Bhava, and Prem. So the stages, the stage of devotion are from Shraddha. But actually, the Shraddha is not the very first one. Even though Srila Rupa Goswami wrote Shraddha is the first one, although Shraddha actually starts with Sadhusanga. There are two types of Sadhusanga. The Sadhusanga we receive before, in the very beginning, which is the one that gives us the chance to go through Shraddha. Then from Shraddha there is Sadhusanga again, because the Sadhusanga is with consciousness. Because at the beginning we associate with the devotees, but we don't know many times. Like when we were walking, the morning walk, I asked Maharaj, because one driver stopped so we could pass in the road. So I asked him, Maharaj, what kind of sukriti is this? So he said, this is like involuntary sukriti. Mukha sukriti? Agyata sukriti. So when the people start getting sukriti and sometimes associate with sadhus in involuntary manner, then they start getting also sukritis in there. And then that will come and will give them Shraddha one day. After Shraddha, they will start to associate voluntarily. They will want to come to the program, they will want to join to the devotees, do service and everything. After that, Bhajana Kriya. They will start practicing bhajan. But these stages are not like you do one step and then you go for the next one and you forgot the first one. No, each and every one of them will continue until the last. Because Sadhusanga actually, if you see the chart of Madhurya Kadambini, and Sadhusanga is like the seal of the flower, you know? It continues from the very beginning through the very end. So all these stages will lead us towards Prem, which is the goal of our life. The goal is not to see Krishna, the goal is to obtain Krishna Prem, to serve Krishna with the moods that our Acharya instructed us. So we should take the best of this opportunity and try to associate as much as possible. Try to understand what is the meaning of association. Why am I here? What am I listening? You know, what Maharaj was speaking yesterday. So Maharaj was speaking about Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedas. Nigama kalpa taror garitam palam. Sukamukad amritam drava samyutam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhuraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavuka. So we should listen Srimad Bhagavatam because it's nectar. Not only is nectar, but is compared to the best of the fruits. And after Sukadeva Goswami, which is compared like a parrot, touched the Bhagavatam, it became more nectarian. So that's why we should try to give up all worldly association, all worldly things, and try to engage our mind constantly in the association of devotees, in listening the Srimad Bhagavatam, the scripture, our acharyas, our Guru Parampara, Goswamis. And in this way, slowly, we will come and cross all these layers of this material universe, and then we will have the service at the lotus feet of Shri Radha Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan. So thank you everyone. I just want to say a few words that I listened in these years from Maharaj and all our acharyas in Guru Varga. And if you felt any inspiration or something, that is because of them only. And if I say something wrong, please correct me, and it's only because of my fault.
What is that verse? Shanar? The verse you said? Shanardapi?
Shanardenapi tulaye.
Tule or Tuleam?
Tulaye. Tulaye.
Who's saying this?
Fourth canto. I don't remember who spoke this verse.
Rudragit.
Oh, okay. Rudragit. So.
Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya
Martayam Kim Utashisha.
That means Sharnardapi, a fraction of a second of Sadhu Sangha cannot be compared with even liberation. Yeah. Liberation is so insignificant in comparison with Sadhu Sangha. That's what Rupa Goswami is saying. Today I am not giving Harikatha, today I am hearing Harikatha. But I will add something. Rupa Goswami and Bhakti Swami Sindhu is saying, I'm getting old. Since I got COVID, I'm Brahmananda Bhavateshu Cheti Pradi Guri Pita Neti Bhakti Sukam Bodo Pramanu Tulam. Brahmananda Bhavateshu Cheti Pradi Doni Krita. Very important point. If we multiply the bliss of getting merged in impersonal Brahmananda, the pleasure one derives from getting merged in Brahm, multiply one prarabdha, prarabdha means 50 years of Brahma. 50 years of Brahma is how much, you know?
Half of his life, which is like...
half of his life, I know.
But in years in the heart, you mean?
50 years of Brahma life.
You mean how much is in our planet?
It's a big calculation.
It's very big to calculate.
4 yugas past 71. Keep quiet. Don't act like this. Just relax. Sit down. When I speak Harikatha, don't disturb. What is the life of Brahma? So many times I told.
When all 4 yugas pass one time, then it's one Chatuyugi. When this Chatuyugi passes 71 times, that's one Manvantara. When Manvantara passes 14 times, that's one day of Brahma, and the same amount is...
That's only one...
Yes,
12
this
hours.
is one day, and the night is the same length. And he lives for 100 years of this.
Imagine. 50 years of life of Brahma. You see? The pleasure one derives in 50 years life of Brahma in comparison with Bhakti is one sesame seed. One sesame seed. Pramanu means atom. Not even sesame seed. Atom is too subtle. Brahmananda Bhavateshu Cheti Pradi Duri Krita Neti Bhakti Sudamodo Pramanu Tulamapi. So this is what Shiva is saying. He understands the glories of Sadhu Sangha because he's Vaishnava. Yeah. So he's crossing the pleasure of liberation in comparison with Shan, fraction of a second of Sadhu Sangha. This is Bhagavatam. That's why Bhagavatam is said Amal Puran. There is no mal, no contamination. Everything is so pure and only about bhakti and prema. Nothing more than that. Nothing less than that. Now I want to hear from Nalini.
Okay.
Thank you. Gracias.
Is this live or do you guys know?
No, this is dead.
I hope so. Om Jnana Timyandhasya Gnanashrakaya Chakshurumilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namayam Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Tinamine. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So just offer quickly my obeisances onto my spiritual master, Nichalila Prabhupada Stotra Sarchi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, onto our Guru Parampara, and onto Srila Bhaktivedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, who has asked me to speak, and to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So I feel very unqualified to speak. However, I read recently in the book, it's the book of Guru Tattva by our Srila Gurudev called Gurudeva Tattva, that if you don't speak, also this is selfish, because for example, if you openly kind of broadcast confidential things, then this can lose its essence, but it also goes the opposite way. So if you will, for example, if you will lock a book up in a cupboard for many, many years, then it will become worn out and full of dust, and it will also lose its beauty, its essence. And actually we should speak for purification, and then whatever nectar you've collected inside, you can share that with everyone, because it may dissolve. So I don't know what I have collected, but I will try my best to speak for my own benefit and to please the Vaishnavas. So in these past days, we've been speaking a lot about Harikatha itself, and a few things that I've been thinking about in terms of listening to Harikatha. And for myself, it's not Harikatha, it's not very easy to absorb because we have to be attentive, etc. So Srila Gurudev is saying that when we listen to Harikatha, that we must imbibe it in the heart. So there is one story that illustrates how Katha sometimes can go in one ear and then out the other. If you read the Essence of All Advice, there was one king called Vikramaditya, and he had 9 jewels, meaning 9 associates in his court.
Navaratnas.
Navaratnas, okay. And one man came along. He looked a bit mad, very dirty and naked type, and he came with a skull, and he said, "I want to know if this skull is from an intelligent person or a foolish person." And And the king asked his associates, but they didn't seem to know. But then one came forward, and his name was Kalidas. And he said, "Oh, that is simple. I can answer your question." So he grabbed some coconut straw, and then he put it through the hole of the skull, through the ear side, and it stayed inside. So the madman said, "Oh, but what does this mean? How does this answer my question?" And he said, "Well, that is simple. If the straw stays inside, it means he's intelligent. And if the straw goes out, it means he's foolish." So in this case, this skull was from an intelligent person because the straw stayed inside. So with Harikatha, it is like that. So we should try to take everything into the heart and not let it go out. And if it is going out, it means that the pot that we have, it probably contains some holes, and everything is, all the water is just flooding out of there. Yeah. So we must hear katha from those that are those Rasik Vaishnavas, those high-class Vaishnavas that are situated there, and in Goloka Vrindavan, they are fully connected. Lobe braje basira bhave kare anugati, shashtra yukti nahi mane raga anugra prakriti. So our goal is to one day achieve this spontaneous devotion and to follow in the footsteps of those who have that greed. Have that greed to serve Radha and Krishna, so we should follow those. And how to attain the spontaneous devotion if it is not coming, we have to weep and cry to the Vaishnavas for this. We can only weep and cry that this spontaneous devotion comes in the heart, because by Vaidhi Bhakti, this will only take us to Vaikuntha. We don't want to be doing things mechanically. I mean, in the start, it's a starting process. But as Marge spoke yesterday, that Krishna doesn't want actually this awe and reverence mood. He wants spontaneous devotion. He wants our love, and this comes naturally, spontaneously. So Krishna Buli se jiva anadi bahimuk ataiva maya tare de samsarduk. So we can understand that Krishna Buli se jiva, that conditioned entity which has neglected Krishna, has turned his back from Krishna, become indifferent from Krishna. Anadi bahimuk. So anadi means since time immemorial. Anadi bahimuk has been attracted to the external feature of Krishna, which is none other than Maya. Anadi bahimuk ataiva. Therefore, Maya tare deya samsarduk. Maya she's giving these miseries in this material world. So from there we can understand what we have to do. We have to understand that we're in this burning fire of material existence, and we have to approach a guru who can take us from the darkness to the light and pull us out of this material existence and perform bhajan. So Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has composed so beautifully instructions to the mind, and it's very, very hard to control the mind, but these shlokas, they are even begging the mind with sweet words. The first verse being Guru Goshte Goshtalaisu Sujane Bushurgane Swamantra Shri Krishna Vraja Namni Vraja Nava Yuva Dvanva Sharane Sadadabam Hiva
Sada Dhammam Hitvam Kuru
Apurva Apura Atitaram. And the last line is Tritapada. Yeah, thank you. So this verse is explaining how, oh mind, begging you with sweet words, give up all hypocrisy and pride and develop loving attachment to whom? Guru Goshte. So first of all, Sri Guru, and then Guru Goshte Goshtalayin. So develop loving attachment to Braj and the residents of Braj, Goshtalain, Guru Goshti Goshtalain, Sujane are the Vaishnavas, so who? Sujane, meaning also the four Sampradayas, because they're also one type of Vaishnava. Give respect to the four Sampradayas. And Sujana Bhushur refers to the Brahmanas, they're the lords of the earth. They are also one type of Kanishta or Madhyam Adhikari. Bhushur Gane, Swamantra Shri Krishna. So develop loving attachment to your mantras, your Diksha mantras, to the name of Shri Krishna, and develop loving attachment to the youthful divine couple Shri Shri Radha Krishna. This is actually in this verse, everything is there, telling us what to do. This is the essence of all advice actually. Tan nama rupa charitadi sukhi tanano smritya kamana rasana manasa niyoja tishtan prajet tad anuragi jananugami kalam nahid akhilam itu upadeshasan. This is the essence of all advice. You know, bhakti yog, bhakti yog, bhakti yog dana, bhakti Krishna nam smarana kandana. Bhakti yog is the well. There is nothing else. Bhakti yoga is the topmost. So we can see how, like Maharaj mentioned yesterday, that humility is the ornament of the Vaishnavas. We're singing these songs, you know, for this lamentation. Maharaj was speaking about lamentation a lot yesterday. How Bade Visha Jwala Hoy. That actually there is this burning of separation inside, but actually he is blissful. So if you sing the songs, for example, Srila Lochan Das Thakur, some of the songs are very, very, like, the meanings for me are very, very hardcore, you know, like Avatarasar, Gauravatar. Oh mind, I have not worshipped Gauranga. You know, I will, so much I say, I will bash my head on a stone. Like, these things we cannot understand, but this is the lamentation. This is the humility that they have, and by lamenting, it's more lamenting, you know, and I think, you know, one day we can really kind of dive into these songs and try even to just get a drop of this humility, because actually at this stage myself, I don't know what is this humility. So Maharaj, I will finish there. Is that okay?
I didn't know you speak so good. I'm bereft of 3 days hearing from you. You speak so much Siddhanta and Shastras. I like this kind of Harikatha. When there is some reference from Shastras and it has all Siddhanta, Tattva, everything, and with emotions, the complete package. Thank you so much.
Are you happy now?
Very happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Not only you sing so good, but you also speak so good. So next time I'll keep in mind.
Okay, one chakra Thank you.
We have Madhusudan Prabhu. Prabhu, come here. Bring your seat. Yes, niche. Now bring your seat. There was no clapping for Nalini? Was that bad? No clapping?
Okay.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Today Gurudev told me I should speak about Guru Tattva and Gurudev. What he is, I am not so clear because you are all very young. You got great opportunity. You can learn everything very quickly at this old age.
You're not dead.
Huh?
Only 28?
Yeah. But still the young people can capture everything very fast, and all the slokas or whatever it is. Well, I can speak from reading, but I can just speak like that directly. And he said about Gurudev's mercy, and there is a bhajan from Gurudev Kripa Karke, where it is said, Mary now bhavare dole, use paar laga dena. Now this body, which is passing through many lives. So the ocean means that the ocean of so many living entities. Normal, or the origin of this normal ocean, we cannot even swim, but millions of bodies which we see around us, insects and birds, and this is even the ocean. And from that ocean, we are fallen with this strong boat where the Gurudev guides us. He came to us, he gave us the mercy that if we take his shelter, then we can easily cross the ocean. And what he brings, he has given us the Harinam. And Harinam, by chanting, he has only said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Now that name has so much power. It has so much power that our ignorance, we have got ignorance, very strong ignorance, that we are not ready to accept even his advice. But through chanting, as we are polishing something, then we can say, oh, this was rust, and then it comes gold or like that, So slowly by chanting, then we see that our anarthas are going away, our taste of material enjoyment slowly goes away, and then we even know that what is good for us, what is bad for us. Our intelligence comes little bit stable in that process, and that is Gurudev's mercy which is giving us. And always when we speak Hari Katha, or we sing some bhajans or anything, whatever it is, we are connected with the Gurudev, we are connected with his mercy, we are connected with auspiciousness. That is what Gurudev says us. Always chant. Well, we cannot imitate like Haridas Thakur, but he had been chanting, he had no other business. So for ourselves even, when we are working or when we are doing anything, we always remember Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or we chant and do the service, whatever it is. And secondly, the prema which we have got in our heart, now it is what our prema is in the mode of lust, So the lust is transformed slowly in prema, and for that prema I am very far. You are all very much blessed. You are always with the Gurudev, and you are doing so much service to him. And more I have not to say. I am not so qualified, but Gurudev is.
You said
told me.
everything.
Yeah.
What is the meaning Madhusudan?
Madhusudan is the demon which was killed by
No,
Krishna.
that was
Madhu was a demon.
Madhusudan is not demon.
Yeah.
Madhusudan is Krishna.
Yeah, Madhusudan is Krishna because he killed the demon Madhu. Then he was named Madhusudan. Yeah. He was, yeah.
No, there is another meaning.
Okay.
Madhu means nectar.
Honey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sudan means one who goes to the flowers and extract the nectar of the flowers.
Okay.
So Krishna is very expert.
Expert.
He sits on the flowers
Mhm.
and extract the nectar of each and every flower.
Okay.
That's Madhusudan.
Madhusudan, that means he takes our love, our
Yes.
prem for.
All devotees
Yeah,
have
flowers.
different emotions,
Emotions, yeah.
different feelings.
Yeah.
Krishna is very expert to extract that nectar from each and every devotee.
Have it, devotee, yeah.
Emotions, their love, and he tastes that love. So that's why his name is Madhusudan.
Madhusudan, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. And also the bhajans with Gurudev, all the Guru works are singing. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, all. These bhajans, when I see, sometimes even I think in my mind, these bhajans are not only to enjoy, the bhajans are first of all, first is for glorification of the all lordship of Guru Varga. bhajans. Secondly, it is purifying the atmosphere. And the third thing, it connects us with the Guru Dev, and it even, our inner quality, it rectifies the bad quality, it rectifies how I should be. From Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we see many bhajans that how we should transform us from inside. So I see the bhajans which we sing always is these three quality. Others I don't, Maharaj knows more. I don't know. You know more, you can tell me if I have done any mistake. But I think so bhajan is for glorifying, for purifying and for rectifying ourselves, to correct ourselves from inside.
Yes,
Bhajans.
that's true. It gives inspiration when we sing
Yeah.
and teach us how to lament for Krishna.
How to lament for Krishna. Yeah.
This we have to learn.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That we have to learn. Yeah.
So I want to give you one seva.
Yeah.
You just said in the beginning that you all are young ones, and I'm very old, right? So the old means senior person have to give blessings to everyone. So we all are young, and we are here, the house of Madhusudan Prabhu and Lata Mataji, to get blessings from them. Yes?
We are,
You ready to give blessings?
well, when Guru Dev gives us blessing, we transfer a blessing to everybody.
Yes, so you
Yeah.
transfer them.
So our blessing to everybody, that you all chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you all get praying for Radha Krishna, for Guru Dev and everybody. My blessing is not so powerful, but I hope you can all accept it.
We can
Yeah.
do blessings that we can go to at one time
Yeah.
this year, because 2
Everywhere,
years
yeah.
it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Vasudev Maharaj really is
Yeah.
powerful.
It's powerful.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all pray to there. We all pray to Gurudev, Vaishnavas and Krishna to bless our Lata Mataji. Good health
Yeah.
and smooth journey.
Smooth journey.
Smooth
Yeah.
journey.
Yeah.
Good health.
Yeah.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Why you
Hare
crying?
Krishna.
સબ સારું છે.
બધું સારું થઈ જશે લતા.
સબ સારું છે.
Yeah.
મધુસૂદન પ્રભુ की
Jai!
લતા માતાજી की Their hosting की
All SM devotee की जय, वेदांती महाराज की जय, गुरुवार की जय, वैष्णव की जय. Hare Krishna.
Maharaj is there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dankeval. Dankeshwan.
जय वो तो हमारे पास हिंदी में है महाराज, क्योंकि हम हिंदी बहुत अच्छा नहीं पढ़ सकते हैं, लेकिन हमने बोला कि
No problem. Keep it here.
okay, I keep it here. Yeah. No.
Presence of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is
Okay,
here.
yeah, it's here. In English, I've got Jai Bhadarma. I've read two and in second row.
I was
Yeah.
looking all these books.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah. When Braj Mandal Parikrama comes, I read Braj Mandal Parikrama.
You every day reading Bhagavatam and let her hear Bhagavatam.
Bhagavatam, yeah.
Complete from first to all 12 cantos.
All
Complete
12
Bhagavatam.
cantos, yeah.
Yes, for her.
Yeah. I was reading before. I was reading so many.
No.
Yeah.
Shiva always speaking Bhagavatam.
To
with
Parvati.
Parvati.
Yeah.
So now it's your seva to her.
Okay.
You taking care of her health,
Yeah.
but also spiritually,
Yeah.
you read Bhagavatam and she should hear first.
She should hear.
As much as you can. And
Yeah.
complete from first to 12 canto.
12 canto. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay?
Because I was reading so many books. I've read so many books to her. We were before when we were healthy, when she was healthy. Okay, morning we had bhajans and like that, and in the
She is
evening.
very healthy.
Yeah, and from 4 till 5 we had been singing bhajan, then reading, and then aarti. We had been doing like that.
But now you
3
have to
hours.
read complete Bhagavatam.
Okay, I read complete Bhagavatam. Okay.
And one
Yeah.
time I will do 7 days Bhagavatam for her.
Okay, yeah. Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe. Hare Krishna.
So Jai Shri, now you speak. Prabhu, you please come there. Jai
Okay,
Shri, you
yeah.
come.
You want to sit down here? No, okay. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanan Anjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namayam Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Iti Namine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Kripai Kavita Yamayada Rakshati Vaishnavanam Kripavala Madhava Peshtakami Shri Bhakti Bharati Mashaima Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, before I start to speak, I want to offer my most humble Dandavat Pranams unto the lotus feet of my spiritual masters, beginning with Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtotar Sachi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. In the same way to my Diksha Gurudev Srila Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupada Ashtotar Sachi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Bharti Goswami Maharaj, and to my most beloved and merciful Guru Maharaj, who is present here today, to our entire Rupanuga Guru Varga, to all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis assembled here, to all guests, please accept my Dandavat Pranams.
And if they don't accept, what are you going to do?
And I don't know.
If they don't accept, still you have to do.
Okay, so I will.
That's your
still-
duty.
Okay.
Acceptance or no acceptance, that's not your criteria. You have to do. That was
Okay.
my question to you, to make you nervous.
So my Dandavat Pranams to all. And yes, so we are very blessed to be here and to hear from Guru Maharaj since many programs now. And today we're here in the house of Madhusudan Prabhu and Lata Mataji. Very beautiful location. When we came, we saw so many nice mountains, Switzerland in its full beauty. So yes, I thought what to speak. We've heard so many things, so much Harikatha, Guru Maharaj in the last few days. So I was getting so much inspiration from this, and I'm always having so much inspiration when I hear from Guru Maharaj. Oh my God. I was hoping it starts later. No, but we always get so much inspiration when sadhus come into our...
Because like Gurudev, one time one devotee said, Gurudev, I want to pay my million of Dandavat Pranams to your lotus feet. Gurudev said, my lotus feet already so much occupied, there is no space. Okay.
So yes, Guru Maharaj is taking so much endeavors upon him to travel around the world to give inspiration to us. And I was thinking, yes, now I'm very inspired and everything seems to be so easy. My sadhana is going well. I'm here with all devotees, so much Vaishnavas, association is there, Harikatha is there, everything is there. Especially in the presence of Guru Maharaj, everything manifests. He brings Vrindavan Dham to us. But always when he leaves, I feel very weak. And I don't know, I was thinking about how can I keep this inspiration in my heart even when he left? Because obviously when Ma Bhagavat is present, then you feel this inspiration. We've heard many times the different symptoms of the different stages. Kanishta Adhikari, he will chant Maha Mantra by himself. Madhyama Adhikari, he's chanting once, this is Upadeshamrita. He will chant once, but Madhyama Adhikari is chanting all the time. And what is the symptom of Uttama Bhagavat? Symptom of Uttama Bhagavat is when alone by his presence you start this feeling to chant more. You get this feeling, this inspiration to chant more. So this is how we feel. And so yes, my point was how can we keep this inspiration in our hearts even when sadhus have left?
Sadhu leave.
Leave.
When sadhu leave.
When sadhu leaves. So I was hearing Guru Maharaj says this many times, that we take a shower to clean our body every day. But how can we clean our mind and how can we clean our heart from all these daily impressions which we have in our environment? Because in the West our environment is not so favorable. So how can we still stay strong in our bhakti? So by showering we can clean our body. This water cleans our body, but this water will not clean our mind because mind is subtle. So Guru Maharaj has explained, to clean our mind, we have to hear Harikatha every day and also chant our mantras. The meaning of mantra is something which cleans our mind, which steadies our mind. And how to clean our heart is by chanting Harinam Sankirtan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Chetodarpanam Arjanam Bhavamadavakni Navapanam Shayakairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vityavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Svardanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So in these 8 verses, this was the first verse of Shri Shikshastakam, but in these 8 verses Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describes the glories of this Harinam, and the beginning he describes in the first verse how the process begins when we start chanting. And he says that first, Chetodarpanamarjanam, first this mirror of our heart will get clean. So this is what cleans our heart. And yes, so in this way we should stick to these things so that we can have a foundation, a basis to practice daily our sadhana. I'm being honest, sometimes my sadhana is going very well, sometimes it's not going well. It always depends on, I actually don't even know what, but I think what is like the most important is that still every day I get up and I still try again and again. So just to not give up, just to keep on trying. And as Maharaj also has said recently in his Harikatha, that whenever we feel this lamentation, that we should start chanting, and in this way Krishna will hear our prayers, and then the strength and everything will come. So yes, we're here today. I would like to finish up with something which Srila Gurudev always used to say. Because Srila Gurudev always used to say, maybe some of you also know, that he always said that when he sees a devotee in Vrindavan practicing his or doing his sadhana and bhajan, then he becomes very, very happy to see him, that he can live his spiritual life there. But when Srila Gurudev sees a devotee in the West trying to practice here in these unfavorable conditions, then he will directly enter into his heart and never leave again. So we are like flowers in the desert here, or trying to be flowers in the desert, and we're just dependent on the sadhu sangha which is coming to us. Actually, the glories of the sadhus is that nowadays we don't even need to go to Vrindavan Dham and to those holy places anymore. Actually, they are mobile Vrindavan Dham and they're coming to us. So this is very, very auspicious. I think in previous times it has never been so easy to get this. Actually, Maharaj also always says that right now we're living off the sacrifices of the acharyas, because in previous times it was so difficult. It was so difficult to preach or to spread this Krishna consciousness, and right now we have all means. We have the internet, we have live streams, we have Zoom, we have all these things. We just have to go on our phone, just click Harikatha and just hear. This has not always been like that, so we just should take this opportunity, this means which we have now, and try to immerse ourselves as much as possible, and just pray to the sadhus to give us this, what's his name, patrata? This patrata means this container, so that we can actually hold this mercy which they want to give. Because qualification. So we can hold this, what they came to give. Because Guru Maharaj also always says, yes, now we say, oh yes, I want prema, I want this, I want that, but are we actually qualified to hold that? If prema comes to us now, would we actually be able to hold this prema? No, we would not be. I mean, can only speak for myself, but I would not be able to hold this right now. So we first have to develop this qualification and this container, which actually Guru gives to us, so that we can actually even hold their mercy. Yeah, so my final words is that actually nothing comes from ourselves. Even the qualification, even this container for the qualification comes from Guru. Everything is dependent on Guru. We can just pray to their lotus feet, just give our best. Still, even if sadhana is not working so properly, still get up every day, still chant our rounds, still hear Harikatha. This is everything which we can do. So I want to also take this opportunity today. Many Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis are sitting here, and I want to pray for all your blessings that I can also gain this qualification and this container, so that I'm able to hold what my Gurudev wants to give me, because I know I'm not able to hold everything which he wants to give me, but I want to be able to do that. So please bless me in the direction.
No clapping for Jai Shri. She has so much knowledge and very emotional.
What to do?
Little stupid also. So complete. It's not incomplete, it's full complete. But very good heart. Both mother and daughter. Service mood is there. And this trip is all arranged by them. Even though I was very harsh, even I am now. But just want to test their tolerance. Tolerance. Hare Krishna. Isha Mata? Not Mata. Mata. Isha Mata is Mosi.
Translation. I need translation.
Then you sit there.
Yeah. Nam Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyamaya Shishimapati Narayana Namine Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutane Shimate Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Iti Namine Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutane Shimate Bhakti Goswami Iti Namine Panchakaram Karubhascha Kripa Sindhu Vyavacha Padidara Pavadevyo Vaishnavevyo I'm a little nervous because I never speak.
Why little? More nervous?
Yeah, more. Maharaj is testing me. Io non sono molto brava nel ricordare I versi.
I'm not very good in remembering shlokas, verses.
Però vi voglio raccontare, forse qualcuno lo sa, forse Maharaj no.
But I want to tell something that maybe someone of you knows, maybe Maharaj doesn't know.
Il verso Anyagura Sivasuna, Gyanakarma, Anukulyena, Krishna, Sinama, Bhakti Ruttama.
The whole family want to come here?
Sacred family. It's enough. Prima di conoscere Gurudeva,
Before meeting Gurudev,
mi sono svegliata e avevo avuto questo sogno.
and I woke up and I had this dream.
Ricordavo solo la parola Anukulyena,
I was only remembering the word Anukulyena about this dream,
però non sapevo il significato.
but I didn't know what this word mean.
Dopo, quando ho incontrato Srila Gurudeva,
After, when I met Shri Gurudev,
ho capito cosa voleva dire,
I understood what the word mean.
perché nei suoi festival lui appunto aveva detto questo verso e io ero rimasta impressionata.
Because in his festival, Sri Gurudev mentioned this verse, and I was very much impressed when I heard it.
E anche del significato.
Also by the meaning of the verse.
Lui ci diceva sempre di ascoltare attentamente la ricatà, la sua ricatà,
Sri Gurudev would always say to listen carefully his Harikatha,
perché come ha detto Nalini, la ricatà spesso entra qui e esce qui.
because as Nalini said, often Harikatha goes in here and goes out here.
Spesso io parlo per me,
I'm speaking for myself.
quando c'era Gurudeva in presenza, tutto sembrava oltre la festa, ma anche tipo scontato, no?
When Gurudev was present, everything seems like, like you granted, like you.
E quindi non si dà molta importanza a quello che lui era venuto a fare, no? Cioè,
So when he's present, you don't give that much in emphasis to what is coming to give.
la nostra mente va e viene, stiamo magari pensando all'altro, ai figli, a farli stare zitti per ascoltare Gurudeva, e quindi spesso la mente andava, cioè, viene via.
Our mind goes here and there. Many times maybe we are thinking about our children to not make them too much loud when Gurudev is speaking in the hall.
E quindi spesso abbiamo perso l'essenza.
And often we lost the essence of what Gurudev spoke.
Però dopo tanti anni abbiamo capito forse l'essenza, cioè l'importanza del suo arrivo qui in Occidente, della fatica, dello sforzo che lui ha fatto.
But after many years, we understood the importance and the essence of Gurudeva's arrival in the West, what he came to give us.
Ora si capisce.
Now we understand.
Ci sono i suoi gioielli,
Because we have his jewels, Gurudeva's jewels, like Maharaj.
Coal. Coal.
Cool,
Coal.
cool.
e grazie a questo loro possiamo ascoltare come le emanazioni di Gurudeva.
And thanks to them, we can listen because they are Gurudeva's expansion.
E si rivive la stessa atmosfera, il cuore,
And our heart is like living again the same atmosphere that we once lived when Gurudev was here,
specialmente con Maharaj.
especially with Maharaj.
Io posso rivivere determinate cose,
I can live again many things that happened.
anche quello che io con Gurudeva non ho potuto fare perché io non avevo una relazione stretta, perché eravamo tantissimi e non parlavo neanche mezza parola di inglese.
When Gurudev was here, I was unlucky because I did not have a very close relationship with him, because also there were many people and I was not also able to speak English.
Però ad esempio la prima volta che io sono andata al suo parikram con la mia famiglia nel 2003, io non capivo niente di inglese, non capivo niente di hindi, mi sono seduta lì e mentre Gurudeva parlava hindi, io ero felice.
But even though I was not understanding, when we first went to the parkram in 2003, I was Mathura. I was listening Gurudev in the hall, and he was speaking Hindi, but I was feeling happy.
Dicevo, la mia anima capirà qualcosa,
I was thinking my soul will understand something.
io non capisco nulla,
I don't understand anything.
spero di capire qualcosa, di recepire qualcosa con le benedizioni dei sadhu e del mio maestro.
I hope to receive and understand something with the blessing of my beloved master and the sadhus.
Ma tuttora non capisco niente.
And still now I'm not understanding anything.
L'unica cosa che io posso fare per diciamo soddisfare tra virgolette Gurudeva, che sto tentando di fare, è servire i Vaishnava.
The only thing that I can try to do to satisfy Sri Gurudev is to serve the Vaishnavas.
Però Maharaj non mi dà questa opportunità.
But Maharaj does not give me this opportunity.
I gave you.
Yes, 7 years.
7 years back, I came here home first time in Italy. I was very new or hesitant. The prasadam which you make for free, I didn't like at all. The prasadam which you made for me, I didn't like that, and I was suffering 3 days.
Yes.
Now I'm not hesitant. I can speak direct.
Yeah.
Everything was water, all sabji, vegetables, just watery.
Sabji. Oh. I'm so bad.
I'm just joking. You know my nature.
Yes. Così, cioè, Gurudev, ho sentito una frase che Gurudeva ha detto ad una devota che si lamentava del fatto che i primi anni che lui è venuto in Occidente, soprattutto in Inghilterra, un piccolo gruppo ha potuto seguirlo e invece gli altri sono rimasti lontani.
I heard one devotee once that she was lamenting that when Gurudev, especially in the first time that Gurudev came in the West countries, he was, especially in England, some devotees could follow him, but some other devotees were not able to follow him.
E lui ha detto,
And he said,
non è importante che fisicamente ci sei vicino,
it's not important that physically you are close.
l'importante è il cuore, quanto è vicino il tuo cuore, anche quando tu sei lontano.
The important thing is how your heart is close and how you are far away.
Così anche quando ho avuto l'opportunità di avere il darshan di
So when I had the opportunity to have the first darshan, Srila Bhakti-Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj,
noi abbiamo chiesto appunto a Maharaj come si poteva fare perché
we asked Maharaj how can we manage, you know?
perché i sadhu, cioè noi eravamo lontani dall'India, non si poteva sempre andare a Vrindavan a vedere i sadhu, stare in parikram, stare con i devoti.
So since we were far away from India, we were not able to always go to India, associate with devotees, with sadhus, doing parikram, Vrindavan.
E lui ha fatto l'esempio del lì con la luna.
And he gave the example of the moon and the lily flower.
E questo ci ha dato molta speranza,
And
molta
this gave us
conforto.
so much comfort and hope.
Così noi, grazie a internet, grazie alla tecnologia, adesso siamo un pochino più vicino ai sadhu e possiamo seguire.
So thanks to the internet and the technology, now we are more close to the sadhus and we can follow them.
Questa è la misericordia di Srila Gurudev.
This is the mercy of Srila Gurudev.
Perché possiamo seguire da 2 anni con il Covid Maharaj ogni giorno.
Because we can follow Srila Maharaj in these 2 years every day, and even in COVID times.
E lui ci ha
through Zoom.
dato ispirazione nonostante fosse malato, fosse stanco, perché lui viaggia sempre ed è tipo instancabile.
And he gave us so much inspiration despite that sometimes he was sick, sometimes he was tired, because he's always traveling and he's like he's endlessly doing effort, you know, he's never tired.
Lui non si dà mai una tregua.
He doesn't stop, never.
Cambia letto, cambia posti, cambia cibo.
He always change bed, he always change food, he always change place.
È l'unico che ha messo a repentaglio durante il Covid se stesso per
He's the only one that during COVID times he put himself in the front line to preach.
questo è veramente apprezzato.
And this is very, very much appreciated.
Magari qualcuno adesso non capisce il senso,
Maybe someone does not understand now what he did,
ma lo capirete dopo.
but after you will understand.
So yeah, when I will die, everyone.
Oh.
You are eternal. No, quando magari uno è più maturo
When one is more mature
e capisce l'importanza appunto del sadhusanga, che non è così scontato,
he understands the importance of sadhusanga, which is not granted.
perché a volte si fanno dei programmi e il Maharaj viene da lontanissimo e le persone dicono no, oggi ho da fare, non posso venire,
Because
no, devo pagare la
sometimes-
benzina, no, quindi
Sometimes you have some programs and then sadhus and Maharaj, they come from very far away. Some people says, oh, you know, now today I cannot come to the program because I have some problems and the gasoline is very high now and this and that.
Sì, capisco che magari uno magari non l'ha subiti, però come dice Maharaj bisogna avere il desiderio forte di...
I understand that someone maybe doesn't have enough sukritis, but one should have the strong desire in his heart.
E questo desiderio magari si può sviluppare solo ascoltando la Harikatha
And we can develop this desire only by listening his Harikatha.
e cantando e chiedendo al Santo Nome.
And chanting and asking to the holy name,
Ti prego, fammi essere in associazione con questi santi.
please be like that I can be in association with these sadhus.
Fammi avere la mente attenta per pregarti perché il mio bhajan sia migliore.
Make me so that my mind is more careful and my bhajan is better.
Non è semplice, io capisco, però spesso si danno queste cose per scontate.
It's not easy, I understand, but often we give these things as granted, as easy.
E così, siccome io ho invitato Maharaj quando ha fatto il retreat in Belgio, ho avuto una videochiamata con lui e ho chiesto le benedizioni per poterlo vedere di nuovo perché tanta Harikatha su Zoom va bene, però avevo proprio il desiderio di vederlo di persona.
So some times ago when Maharaj was in Belgium, I had a video call with him and I asked his blessings so I could meet him in person, because even though Zoom is good, still there is the desire to meet in person.
Perché la presenza comunque del sadhu purifica il cuore.
Because the presence of the sadhu purifies our heart.
Le sue parole, perché lui ripete ciò che ha detto Sri Guru Parampara,
Because he's repeating what Guru Parampara told.
ci purificano, quindi ci danno forza per continuare il nostro bhajan.
And these words purify us and gave us strength to continue our bhajan.
Quindi ringrazio Maharaj per essere un'emanazione di Srila Gurudev.
So I thanks Maharaj because he's a manifestation of Srila Gurudev.
That's something very high.
But it's
Your
true.
words, what you're saying, you're showering your blessings to your son. I'm your son. So you're giving me blessings by speaking those words. May one day I can become a disciple of my Guru. That's what I want. Hare Krishna. And your other son is getting brahmachari now. Hare Krishna. Chalo. Who left now? Tildesh. Snell. No time.
Ja, Omagyantiram Timrandasya Paranjanashlakya Chakshurumritam Tasmeshi Guruvimna Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhika Tidale Krishnaya I pay my humble obeisances to my Diksha Guru, Om Shripat Asita Shishma Bhakti Maharaj, to my Siksha Guru who's present here, Bhakti Vedant Shishi Bhaktivedant Siddhanti Maharaj, to Nityalila Okushta Om Shripat Asita Shishma Bhaktivedant Narayan Goswami Maharaj, to all the whole Rupa Nuga Varga line, to all the Vaishnavas, and all the present guests, my humble obeisances to you. I was not prepared to speak, so I just was thinking like what to speak now. Maharaj, he gave so many jewels of his heart he gave the last days when we were here. It started from the Belgian retreat till till now Swiss retreat, and he's also after this going to Holland for Janmashtami. So the stream is flowing and flowing for us. The first thing which came up, Yadav Prabhu, he spoke about Shraddha. So the definition of Shraddha, I know the shlokas, but now it's a khichdi in my head, so I don't know the shlokas, but the meaning of the shlokas I can give. So it said Shraddha is when you have the faith, the strong faith, that whatever you do, when you do Krishna Bhakti, everything for Krishna.
Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Mahara.
Yes, that when you do that, then everything is done. You don't have to do karma, you don't have to do gyan or yoga. Bhakti, if you perform bhakti for Krishna, everything is performed. So how can we do this? How it's only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Brahmana Brahmite Koni Bhagavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasad by Bhakti Lata Beach. So Guru Krishna Prasad, only by the mercy of Gurudev and Krishna, you can perform bhakti. They gave the entrance to you. And it said Bhakti Lata Beach, they give you the seed of Bhakti Lata Beach, of bhakti. And what is this bhakti? It is Shraddha, the bhakti. It is Shraddha Tvanopai Varjanam Bhakti Unki Chiturite Visheshaha. It is the symptom of Shraddha is Krishna Seva Vasana. It's with a favorable mood, performing bhakti to Krishna. So and how it's so this is the seed we have, but how can we how do you say it, manage this of how to onderhouden? I don't know what the word, but to you have the seed. And how to nourish the seed. Yes, nourish the seed. It is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I also forgot the verse, but it's Shravanari Chitta. So with the water of Shravan, hearing and chanting, you can nourish the seed. By hearing Harikatha and chanting, the seeds which is planted in the heart by Gurudev and Krishna